Hello and welcome to the first Drift E30 video. I created this channel to do some drifting and E30 related content to kind of document my journey from a guy who thinks drifting is cool and has done a little bit of shit sideways here and there, but doesn't really know what he's doing in a car that is pretty capable and already has some pretty good mods, and to kind of document both of our developments and to meet me as a hopefully into a decent driver, or at least one who knows somewhat what he's doing, and the car into a proper drift car. So my best friend John just got here. Say hi, John.
What's up?
He's probably just going to more or less make sure the car doesn't fall on me, and if it does, laugh. And possibly call emergency services if it does. I don't know. It depends how much he likes me today. And maybe get some cool shots.
Hey Jay, is that an impact socket?
That's right. Is it making an impact on it? No, it's not. It's not. Oh, I think it is. I think it's impact rated.
There's a 0% chance that
Works just fine.
that made in China socket is impact rated.
It's fine. It's fine. Nothing wrong with this.
Also, it's got this sick red light.
What's that?
It's got this little red light on the front.
I usually disable the lights because they're annoying.
Oh, because you prefer to ask whether or not it's recording?
Yeah, because there's not going to be any audio for this.
No snarky audio.
No, no. No, much to your dismay.
So what are those? Are those the Aute Super Discs that you have for brake discs?
Yes. Yes, they are, but they're going out. They're
Why?
going away.
What are you replacing them with? Big brake kit?
Yeah, this is going, I'm doing a 5-lug swap on this. So.
Oh, which one?
Yeah, E36M3. So, all this is coming off, which is what I'm doing.
Oh, you said 5 lug. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So the whole knuckle and everything is.
Why not?
The control arm, everything.
Yeah. So no 996 big brake Brembos?
You know, man, honestly, that kind of brake performance isn't really that necessary in drifting.
Yeah.
Like a lot of guys, except for at the pro level, and even at the pro level in the back, a lot of guys have stock brakes for a long time until they get to like astronomical power levels. So
Right, because you got your hydro brake, your separate hydro handbrake in the back, which is a zone caliper, right? Or does it use the stock caliper?
Not on mine. Yeah, mine the hydro's wired or
into the master.
Plumbed, in line. No, it's plumbed in line with the rear line. And the hydro itself acts like sort of like a gate valve, so it stops any pressure for the most part, any pressure you might apply from the brake, and just provides its own pressure to the back. I didn't mention it because I thought, he'll bring beers. He always brings beers. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's got like a fucking baller shot of your crotch.
Nice. I should really impact that off, but I can't find my 17. I'm gonna have to wait on for this, which sucks.
Hey Jay, do you want a brake bar?
No, it's loose. I use my massive muscles to get it loose.
Or was it just not properly torqued to begin with?
I didn't do the suspension, so I have no idea. I didn't do this rock swap on this vehicle. The PO had the insight to do it, thankfully. I mean, this rack is staying in the car. It's just everything else that's changing. What?
This angle makes it look hilarious.
What? Working on cars?
No, no, no. Yeah.
Do you like your shot?
Sure.
Sure.
You're gonna like the ones that I have.
The shots?
Yeah, dude. Fucking baller.
I bet. I trust you. I trust your innate camera abilities. Although this one seems a little bit possibly kind of cool, possibly kind of weird. I hope the thing that... yeah, no, it's coming up okay. The only thing I hate about tie rod ends is sometimes you'll be sitting there spinning it and you think you're loosening it, but you're really just spinning the shaft inside the cup.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Dude, is that a screw in my tire right there?
Looks like.
Awesome. It's a good thing I'm going over to another wheel and tire setup.
Yeah, that's definitely a screw.
Nice. Nice. I'm gonna blame that on why I did so terribly at that event. Okay. So we got the wheels off and the tie rod ends loose, and I was gonna go ahead and disconnect the control arms and drop the suspension and everything out in one piece just to kind of make things a little bit, easier. But then I remembered that the cooling system, the temporary, I guess, cooling system that I have is pretty much anchored to my strut bar. So if I disconnect that, then I'm gonna have to like cut all these zip ties and kind of sort of re-anchor it, and it takes a long time. It's kind of a pain in the ass, and I don't feel like doing that. So from here, I'm just going to loosen up the control arm bolts that attach to the engine subframe down here by this bolt, and then pretty much I think that's kind of all I can do right now until I get my E36 M3 knuckles and everything, which should be tomorrow. So we'll see where we pick up there, but that should be pretty fun. All right, so we're pretty much at the end of the day. I didn't get to do a whole lot of disassembly, but I was able to get the majority of the things I want to get done, which were to get the tie rod ends, loose. The suspension is loose up top, and I was able to get that all done without having to disconnect everything in the cooling system, which is nice. And I got the bolts that hold the control arms in down here. Well, you probably can't see because it's super dark and GoPros are terrible about the dark, but those are all off. The new control arms are kind of sitting in place waiting, and then as soon as I get my knuckles, I will basically disconnect the sway bar from the control arm and disconnect the control arm from the knuckle and drop the whole spindle, and disconnect the brakes and drop the whole spindle out as one piece, and put the E36 M3 stuff in. So should be pretty dope. After that, I just gotta wait a little bit to get my BC Racing coilovers in, and then the front will be good to go, and then I can get into the rear, which I'm not totally sure which way I'm going to go on yet, but we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching.